Hey there, YouTube. This is going to be a deck profile on my buddy's, I guess, max rarity Mermail deck. So here we go. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. And we're going to start right now.
So you got your 3 Megalo. Megalo is the beast monster. He can attack twice. You can ditch to special summon him. When he ditches, you get the card effects from what you ever ditch. You get to search, pop, or pop. So it's really good. And you get the sphere added to your hand when he's summoned when he's ditched. So he's just he's your big guy. Then you got your Monglacia. Monglacia is German.
He's very happy it's German.
So you got you can actually set up your graveyards so easily in this deck. So you can add him with Dragoon, which adds any Sea Serpent. So I can pretty much just drop Monglacia if I have a Dragoon and something to ditch it. I can just be like, oh, I want a Monglacia this turn. Just wreck your hand. So, and he's the biggest monster in the deck, 28. So your 3 Lindy. Lindy is one of those really broken cards in the Mermail deck. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Mermail. It's either Pike or Megalo, so it's just a free 24. So, I mean, it's really good. And then it combos with the Sphere really well, because if the Sphere gets destroyed at the end phase, you just Sphere Lindy, and then Lindy goes with the Sphere at the end phase, and then, oh, free monster.
Yep.
And some of the monster's effects happen before, like this
But what made you decide to run 3, not 2? A lot of people are running 2.
You have 3 spheres, and Lindy is just one of those cards that's like super good. Like, why wouldn't I want, free? It's just so
and it was
optional.
And we did a lot of play testing on the Mermail deck too, and it just seems like the deck just runs a little better with 3 of them than it does with 2. Because we'll be playing like, oh, I think these 3 are just kind of cloggy, and then we cut it down to 2, and it's just like you don't see it enough. So 3 is the number. That's what we're sticking with. It's been working really well for my buddies. So
you can also run it. I mean, when you're specialing Megalo all the time, you can run out of spheres. Like, you can have all 3 of your spheres in your hand or whatever, and then why not have 3 Megalos and have one of those spheres just be completely dead?
Yeah.
So
it's good.
And it's good to draw them too, because it's like first turn. If you don't have anything, you just set this.
Yeah,
let
it's
them
good
blow
first
it up.
turn play.
Free monster. Just gets your big guy on the field. This is Pike. He is one of those really good cards again. When he's normal summoned, so the combo is you Lindy at the end phase. Lindy gets destroyed. You can special summon him. Then his effect activates that you send 1 water monster from your hand, or ditch it or whatever. And then you get to add a level 3. So it's usually you add Undying, but you can search, pop a face down, or pop a back row.
Depending on what you discard.
Yeah, on what you discard. And the good thing is your opponent probably already set some back row. So if you discard the guy that pops back row, you can just hit free back row.
Yeah.
He's good for setting up plays, and he gets your Genix engine rolling up. So then we got 3 Dragoon. Dragoon is
Reinforcements of the army.
Yeah, reinforcements of the army for any Sea Serpent. Your deck is
so when he's discarded by a water monster's effect, then to the graveyard you can select, what is it?
Sea Serpent.
1 Sea Serpent type monster from your deck out to your hand.
Your Megalos, your Megalodons. I call them Megalodons. Whoops. Yeah, Megalos, and your Monglacia. They're giant sharks. They call them Megalodons. Okay, so yeah, you can search those. Those are Sea Serpents. If you use him with Pike, it's like send him to the graveyard. Use Pike effect.
2 searches.
I get 2 searches because I get to search for, whatever Sea Serpent I need to set up plays, and then I get to search for an Undying. So it's just like,
it's great.
Yeah, pluses. Deck's all about the pluses. 2 Marksmen. Most people are running 3, but I cut it down to 2 because I decided to main deck MSTs, so you don't need 3 of these to destroy back row. So yeah, these guys are kind of like Guaibas too. That if they're ditched, you can target back row and blow it up. But if they
it has to be face down though, right?
Oh yeah, it has to be set. Yeah, it has to be set. So that's why I said back row. If they attack and do damage, then they get to special summon 1 Sea Serpent from your deck, or Sea Serpent Atlantean, level 4 or lower. So it's either heavy infantry or Dragoon. So it's really good. Then this is your face up. He pops face up cards, so monsters and stuff. If he's ditched
heavy
with a water monster,
infantry.
Yeah, heavy infantry. And then when he's normal summoned, a good combo is with your divas. If you diva him and you have a marksman in your hand or a dragoon, you can just he lets you normal summon an additional time an Atlantean Sea Serpent. level 4 or lower. So
Yeah, that's cool.
so he's good. He's good to combo out. You can do big synchros with him and stuff. Big synchro
And
plays.
since the divas are already here,
Yeah, the divas are already here.
oh, here they are.
And yeah, the divas are good because it just opens up all types of synchro plays that you can put Gunganir. You can put any synchro monster on the field with Diva. So Diva opens up your extra deck options, and you can put some Exceeds on the field too, like Phoenix. So it's kind of like the tour guide for the water deck.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have nothing. Oh, Diva, Cataster.
And some people do run Tour Guide in the Mermail deck, so those are always ideas you can always float around your head. People do it. It can be done, and it seems to work for them, so.
So you got your Undyings. Undying is like so broken. It's like it's a cost to ditch, so they can't Veiler, can't Fiendish Chain.
Well, they can. You just don't add the controller to
Yeah,
your
you just
hand.
don't add the controller. You don't want to add the controller. Controller is bad. But you play the controllers because you have to. We were trying to figure that out yesterday, if you had to play the controllers, but yeah, you do. All right, there's weird rulings going around and stuff, so. Yeah, Undying is, you can use them to set up plays, pop back row, pop face ups, set up your graveyard for Monglacia. You know, he does that.
The reason you're saying with weird rulings, that over at my locals, I was arguing because my friend was playing some guy, and they were trying to say that you don't need a controller in your deck as a target to activate his effect. You can declare no target. And I was saying, no, that's not how it is, then why would they want to run the controllers anyway? So, yeah, we looked it up afterwards, and you definitely do have to have a target in your deck to activate Undyne's effect.
Yep.
It is a cost to mill, but you can't fulfill the whole thing without having a controller.
So,
Is that a German Ultimate Rare Trigodia?
that was Robbie Coles. at one
Robbie
point.
Coles.
So, Gores and Trag, you always have massive hand advantage. Like, sometimes you'll be pushing 7 cards in your hand and have to discard cards. Like, it's kind of bad. You have lots of cards in your hands all the time. So, Trag, just, when he comes out, he's a beast all the time. And then Gores is just, stop OTK. So, they're both, like, OTK stoppers, but Trag is better because if you, like, summon Undying, and that was your whole play. Like, you had to Undying first turn, and then you just add cards to your hand. You add 2, so you'll have 7. So you like half. If you don't have a back row, set the back row or whatever. Ditch 1. If they attack over that Undying, you just made a 3,600 Trag first turn. So they have to suck that down for the rest of the game. So yeah. Double salvage. I was playing 1 salvage at first, and then I decided to bump it up to 2 because with Megalo, you can let's run through a play that if I had that and that in my hand.
Well, that one can't be added.
Oh, that one can't be.
Yeah, 15 or lower.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah, well, okay, let's say I have 2 Megalos in my hand then, because he doesn't want to play fair. Alright, so I ditch these guys, summon Megalo.
You double pop if they have it.
Double pop, and then it's like salvage.
Put it back to your hand. Ditch. Double pop.
Megalo.
Yeah, and 2 spheres off of that.
So, yeah, it's
really good.
That's like a game-winning moves are right there, the salvage. And salvage you can put your Undyings back and stuff if they like warning your Undying.
Yeah, it's true.
You can always, and you can get your Lindy's back just in case. So, I mean, it's a good card. You can use it to alter, it's another altering graveyard card to set up Monglacia. So, just in case you have too many or something. The one Allure for your controllers, because you don't want that in your hand. Rather have the draws.
German Ultimate Rare Pot of Avarice.
You can talk about the Ultimate Rare first ed Allure.
It's not German.
Oh. The double MST. Most people don't main deck the MST, but I found that this deck just pretty much auto loses to anything that plays macro or D-Fissure, which...
And a lot of people are attacking, like, they're playing, like, 2 D-Fissures or a couple of macro, so why not just run a couple more answers to get rid of that problem?
Yeah, because I know it's crucial that you kind of win the first game with this deck, because it's kind of like a Dark Hole deck. You got to win that first game. So, your opponent's going to side heavy for you, so why not already have the MSTs in the main deck too, so you can...
Give yourself a little bit of an advantage, just in case they are maining D-Fissure or macro.
Yeah, just give you that game 1. This is the difference between, losing game 1 to a macro and winning game 1 against a macro, so...
Yeah.
At least you have answers
a
in
little
your deck.
cushion.
Yeah, you just have... And then Heavy, Dark Hole, and Monster Reborn.
Staples.
Pot of Avarice is a staple, too.
In this deck, for sure.
You got your 3 Spheres. Sphere is one of them broken cards, the Mermail deck. There's several broken cards. Sphere is one of them. Go search, it's basically End Phase, Sphere, Lindy, Grave, search a Mermail, special summon.
To go to 24, going to was it Pike?
Yeah, Pike.
Pike, you can discard, and that's normally the ones the game turner one. Sometimes he'll like do that and discard Dragoon, and then double add, and then on my neck, it gets bad sometimes.
Yeah, and then since it's the end phase of your turn, I don't have to discard cards, so I can just have like this massive hand.
Yeah.
It's ready. So yeah, it's just one of them cards, the Mermail deck, you know. And then double Torrential and double Mirror Force. This deck's all about you want massive card advantage. Like you just need massive card advantage.
This also punishes the bad players.
Yeah, and these cards give you massive card advantage. Like you could get easily +2 or 3 off any one of these cards if you wait and play it at the right time, you know.
Right.
So it's just like one of those cards that works really well for the Mermail deck.
And where's your extra deck? We're going to do the extra deck, and that's going to be the end of the video after this.
Armory Arm. Armory Arm is really good because you can Diva and make Armory Arm. You attach an Armory Arm to a Megalo.
And that's a big game-winning one.
Yeah, that's pretty much game right there because like if I attack over your monster,
you take it all.
You take it all plus your monster. If your monster's like 23, you know that's game right there.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of damage.
And then.
Cataster,
Delorean. Gunganir is one of the really good cards in this deck too. Dual Terminal. Because it's courtesy of Jobber. Dual Terminal.
It's true.
So you ditch all your waters for Gunganir. Let's say Gunganir, you want to target the back row, blow up both the back row, and you ditched the one that searches and the one that adds. Or the one that searches and adds and the one that pops a face up. You blow up their face up and you blow search, and you blow up both their back rows. So you can do just massive plays with Gunganir.
Yeah, it's a really broken card in that deck.
Yeah, because you're activating water monster effects. So we got the Ghost Rare Black Rose.
Nice.
Yeah. Black Rose is good because you can you actually use your controllers for something. You can, have Pike and then...
It catches people off guard. Catches me off guard, too. I see them trying to go into a Black Rose play, looking at your back. We're like, wait.
You just wipe the field. Yeah, that's a game-changing move right there, especially since you can just set your sphere and then go off next turn, and they have to deal with, losing, like, a bunch of cards. So, Stardust, Scrap Dragon, and Mistworm. Mistworm's like that card that you don't put on the field a lot, but we don't have Trish anymore, so...
Yeah.
It's better than nothing. So, Daugusta Phoenix. Daugusta Phoenix is one of those OTK cards again because you can use Diva to go into Heavy Infantry or Diva, and then go into Daugusta Phoenix if you have like a Abyss, I always forget his freaking name. Megalo. I always call him Megalodon. And this guy, you have Megalo attack twice, and this attack twice, it's like, that's... If they paid for a warning, got hit for a little bit of damage in an earlier game, that's game.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's almost... I think it's like 200 away from damage for game, so... number 17, Levier, Zen Mains. Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is really good in this deck because you overlay with waters, so he gains his like full effect to gain 500.
Yeah.
And he gives all your Mermails a boost or all waters.
And he said, maximum rarity in the beginning. Don't ask me why, but we do have a Ghost Rare Leviathan Dragon. He doesn't like it, and we have an Ultimate Rare Leviar, but this is what he chose. So we're doing preference.
I didn't even
max
know.
rarity.
I didn't even know. I don't count the extra deck as max rarity because you're right. I could have an ultimate.
Yeah, it's
like
okay.
Preference rarity. I'm not gonna spend. I like to spend it in the main deck.
It's the same thing with me. I play my deck. I run double Trigodia. When I side deck Valors, I only use rare Valors. I don't like the super or the ultra or the ultimate. So.
Yeah,
It's preference.
It's preference for the extra deck, but I think that the main deck is more played. These are the cards that come out for like maybe 1 or 2 turns. So, Big Eye because your Megalos are 7. You can go into Big Eye plays, and you can like Sphere, Megalo, Big Eye, nom. And then nobody plays this guy, and I'm surprised because he is really good. Level 5 or higher can attack. So both your Megalos make him. Once per turn during either player's turn, detach, negate all face-up effects. He's broken.
Yeah, pretty dang good.
So yeah.
And his Gorge token for the Gorge, of course. So yeah. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, post comments below, and me or my friend will be more than happy to answer them for you. All right, I'm signing off.